Hello, I've got this big book of Enid Blyton. Got other books of hers as well, but we've always told it by the nuns that it wasn't good books to read. Bad English, I mean, not the type they would like us to be reading. But I'm going to read you a beautiful memoir of Enid Blyton by her daughter, GILLIAN Baverstock. Enid Blyton lived from 1897 to 1968. And this is the words of her daughter. One of my clearest childhood memories is of my mother sitting writing a new book while I rushed home to read the latest pages. All the stories in this treasury were part of my childhood, but the book I loved best, me too, I like this, was The Secret Island, which with the treasure hunters, The Secret of Spiggy Holes, and 5 on a Treasure Island, was written before I was 10, and were each read hot off the typewriter. Soon after a family holiday in Dorset, my mother started 5 on a Treasure Island, and much of the Dorset countryside is reflected in that book. Before she wrote The Island of Adventure, she stayed in Cornwall, and the descriptions of the towering cliffs and thundering waves is very different from that of the Dorset coast in the famous 5 books. Later, my sister and I helped to correct proofs of the books, earning a penny for every mistake. We laughed aloud over the Barney stories, especially the Rub-a-Dub-Dub mystery and Snubby, his dog Looney, based on our own Black Spaniel, are 2 of the funniest characters in any book. The mystery books are also very amusing, especially Fatty, with his disguises and his ventriloquism. These books are set in Buckinghamshire near the River Thames, where my mother lived from 1929 to 1938, and she was familiar with the places mentioned, though Peter's Wood does not exist. The Secret 7 were real children who had their own secret society, and asked my mother to write a story about them. She had only intended to write a single book, but so many readers begged for another that she wrote the whole Secret 7 series. Soon Enid Blyton's grandchildren will read them, while the original 7 children will tell their grandchildren proudly about their own secret society 50 years ago. So I'll show you a lovely picture of Enid Blyton, and then that'll be it for today. She looked beautiful. See? So I probably will be reading some more of her books, this one and some of the other old ones that I've got. Okay, thank you for listening. So we've begun with her now. I wasn't going to, but forget about what the nun said. I'm sure the children of today will like her too.